For all you retinoid intolerant people out there, or people who are thinking about starting a retinoid, this video is for you. Retinoids. Some people call them the greatest of all time when it comes to anti-aging ingredients. That includes prescription strength retinoids like tretinoin or what feels like hundreds of over-the-counter options. But it feels like everyone on social media is recommending them for anti-aging, including people in their teens and early 20s. Compared to a lot of other skincare ingredients, retinoids at least have decent evidence supporting their efficacy, so I can definitely see why they are recommended so often. But sometimes I feel like they are recommended for everyone without any restrictions, like everyone can tolerate them and everyone should be using them. But with retinoids, there are plenty of people whose skin just will not tolerate them, especially the stronger prescription versions, which are the ones with the best evidence for efficacy. And that includes me too. I have tried to use prescription tretinoin for acne or anti-aging at least 3 or 4 different times with all the tricks, waiting 30 minutes after washing my face, sandwiching or open face sandwiching my retinoid with moisturizers, and gradually increasing how often I use it. But even if I do all of that, the absolute max that I can use prescription retinoids is 3 times a week on a good week before my rosacea starts to flare and I also start to peel like a snake. After the third time I messed up my face using tretinoin, my husband had said to me, "When is this supposed to make your face look better?" And I guess for me, the answer is never. So today I'm sharing 5 categories of people who might do more harm than good when they use retinoids. So if you're feeling FOMO, fear of missing out on retinoids, stick around. First on the list, people with sensitive skin. If your skin is already prone to redness, irritation, or sensitivity in general, you are going to have a harder time tolerating a retinoid. Retinoids can be super irritating, especially when you first get started. Even gentler over-the-counter forms can be irritating to people with very sensitive skin. If you really, really, really want to try one, I would start by using a gentle over-the-counter retinoid just 2 or 3 times a week to ease into it and always use it with a ton of moisturizer. A lot of people recommend sandwiching their retinoid between layers of moisturizer, but at the very least, I recommend doing the open face sandwich, moisturizer, then retinoid on top. There are a lot of great options, but I know that some people just want very specific names. My budget pick is Beauty of Joseon's Revive Eye Serum with Retinal, which is $16 for 30 mLs. I often use this as my full face retinoid, not specifically as an eye serum. And for people who like fancy products and want that feel like a princess factor, which I call flap, then Skinbetter's alpharet overnight cream is really nice. It better be since it's $140 for 30 mLs. Usually I use the cheaper option. Next up is people with dry skin. Retinoids can cause dryness and peeling, especially when you first start to use them. And if you already struggle to keep your skin hydrated, adding a retinoid will probably make things worse. Just like people with sensitive skin, people with dry skin should use their retinoid with tons of moisturizer and ease into using retinoids just a couple or a few times a week in the beginning. Even if you do these things, your skin may still hate retinoids. It really is okay to just give up on them. This one is really important, and I often don't see this mentioned in videos recommending retinoids. If you are pregnant, don't use retinoids. Retinoid pills like Accutane or acitretin definitely cause major birth defects, including things like heart malformations, abnormalities in the baby's skull, and a ton of other serious birth defects. Retinoid creams on your skin, of course, they're not going to be absorbed the same way or in the same amount as pill retinoids like Accutane that you're putting into your body, but there's also no solid evidence that retinoid creams are completely safe to use when you're pregnant. Next, if you live in a sunny climate and you don't consistently protect your skin from the sun, retinoids might not be right for you. Retinoids can make your skin more sensitive to the sun and make sunburns more intense. Especially for people who are using retinoids for anti-aging purposes, significant sun exposure is going to have a much bigger effect on accelerating skin aging than retinoids will ever be able to fix. It's kind of like eating three slices of cake and then going for a 10-minute walk. You're not really helping yourself there. If you have a hard time remembering to use sun protection and you're exposed to a lot of sun, I recommend skipping the retinoids until you're ready to make sun protection part of your routine. Plus, protecting your skin from the sun also has the very nice bonus of reducing your risk for developing skin cancer. Finally, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think that if you're young and you don't have acne, you probably don't need a retinoid. I see so many people, even in their teens, feeling pressured to use anti-aging products. Like if they don't start using a retinoid or other skin actives now, they're going to look like wrinkly prunes by the time they hit 30. But I don't really think that it's worth your time, money, or effort if you're not at an age where significant aging is even occurring. For the record, I think that whether you're in your 20s or 50s, sun protection is way more important than retinoids when it comes to your skin's health and appearance. If you're protecting your skin from the sun, not using tanning beds, and not smoking, I think that you're already way ahead of the game. I hope this helps anyone feeling FOMO. There is no one size fits all when it comes to skincare, and it's okay if retinoids are not right for you. You will be fine, I promise. If you still want to learn more about retinoids, I made a video last year about the different over the counter and prescription versions and more tips on how to improve their tolerability. Check it out if you think that would be helpful, and thanks for watching.